Welcome to Goddess Guidance Meditation. I am your hostess, Kisha Lee, the Psychic Yogi, and this week's Goddess Guidance comes from the Goddess Sige, who says, it's time to be quiet. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. So welcome. Let's see, a little bit about the Goddess Sige. She is a Gnostic goddess, considered to be the great silence or void from which all creation sprang. So it's kind of like the Big Bang Theory or the black hole. I see the black hole as a feminine female's vagina, but and womb. But okay, uh, I'm a tantric practitioner, so what can you expect? But Siege reminds us that words create duality, and that in silence we find our true origin and self. Quiet is omnipresent power that gives birth to wisdom. And just as the Gnostics hold that Sige is the mother of Sophia, the goddess of wisdom, Sige teaches that our roots are in the silent void of the universe. And it's important for us to reconnect with this silence regularly. So, with that being said, just taking a nice communal breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling audibly out through the mouth. Repeating that cycle of breath a couple more times, inhaling through the nose and exhaling audibly out through the mouth. One more time. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. And just allowing yourself to settle in this moment. Allowing all the external noises around you to just be noticed without changing anything, just observing. Giving yourself permission to set everything else aside. Just bringing your awareness to yourself. Allowing the crown of your head to soften. Allowing the mind to open. Softening the space between the brows. And just allowing the mind to step back behind the eyes. Relaxing your jaw. Softening the throat. Relaxing the back of the head and the back of the neck, and allowing this sense of ease to gracefully move across the shoulders, the collarbone, allowing the shoulders to become heavy. Falling down and away from the ears. Relaxing the triceps, the biceps, the elbows, forearms, wrists, back of the hand, pinky finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, thumbs, all relax. Just bringing your awareness to the palms of your hands, allowing them to soften, giving yourself permission to let go of the day, anything you may be holding on to. Allowing yourself this moment to also receive, letting go of having to do anything, to be anything, releasing expectations, obligations, just for this moment. Breathe. Relax. Just noticing the chest as it rises and falls with each breath, the expansion and contraction of the ribs, they expand and contract with each breath, allowing back of the heart space to soften, back of the body relaxes, finding yourself moving down to the torso and allowing the belly to soften, finding yourself sinking down to the hips, allowing your awareness to expand to the width of your hips and allowing those sit bones to ground and anchor down to the earth. Maybe the thighs become heavy, front and back, sides, and in between. The knees soften and relax. Shins, calves, ankles, the heels of each foot, tops of each foot, pinky toe, fourth toe, third toe, second toe, big toe, all relax. Taking a nice deep breath once again. And maybe just choosing to ground down with the soles of your feet if you're sitting with your feet upon the earth or on the base of your spine, allowing yourself to root down to the earth beneath you. anchoring down into your personal paradise within the earth, sacred space, solace, stillness. Feeling the external environment becoming distant. It's like white noise as you bring your focus inwards, allowing yourself to sink even deeper into this moment, into the body. Feeling the heaviness, the weight of the bones, your flesh. That which touches your skin, allowing all of your senses to awaken. Yet remaining centered, observing, just noticing. Breathing into any areas of tension, areas that may be calling for your attention. Inviting them to relax. If you're just floating, free, light, letting everything go. Conversation, thoughts, feelings, noticing your thoughts. You're here in this moment observing. If they are in the past, thinking what has been, has transpired, or in the future, what's next, what will be, what might be. Sometimes just the observation of where you are mentally grounds you into the present moment, because you then realize exactly where you are, right here, right now. There's no need to change anything, it's simply an observation. But it takes presence to observe where you are, time and space, the mind and the heart. That deep, slow, steady breath. That space of observation is what anchors you into this moment. to take in this moment to feel and to be lighter, freer, softer. If you were in the void of nothingness, emptiness, openness, just being, allowing the thoughts that may cross through your mind to just flow. Whether they're a bit heavy and cloudy, whether they're pure white light. Remembering that your thoughts are simply like the clouds, but overall your consciousness, your mind is the sky. Just breathe and notice. Every inhale receiving the newness of each breath, each moment that is passing. Every exhale, releasing any worries, fears, allowing them to dissolve any concerns, challenges, resistance, softening, solving, neutralize, erase. Breathing in once again, breathing out. Sinking just a little deeper into this moment. You can always go back to doing all of the things when that time is right. Just for this moment, breathe. Allowing a sense of ease wash over you. Seeing if you can find or remember that space within you, silence. Maybe it's not in the head space, maybe it's in the heart, maybe it's in the belly, maybe it's in the hips, maybe you hold it within your hands. Wherever you find that space of stillness within, breathe in. Allow that vortex of peace to usher you in. That that space where the world cannot enter. And maybe you create it for yourself. See, now is a perfect time to retreat into silence. Spending this time alone will surely activate your intuitive wisdom. You just listen. There's nothing to force. Just flow. Feeling yourself becoming more centered. Allow your mind to be at rest. You'll know when it's time to move and to take action. You must listen to yourself. Be still. Sinking deeper into the quietness of this moment. Take rest. Find yourself getting anxious or overthinking. Just give yourself permission. Let it be easy. Find some curiosity, what that would be like, feel like. Letting go of all that is out of your control. Just rest. Seeing this moment as a personal retreat, to rejuvenate, to replenish, to nourish, to pour back into yourself, to receive. Surrendering all mental chatter, all emotional currents, all feelings, serving as feedback to the divine. Knowing that you may become more sensitive to your external environment in this moment. That's okay. There are two things that are within your immediate power and control. First is your breath. Second is your response to that which you cannot control. In which case, come back to the breath. Breath anchors you in the present moment. Although you breathe all day without thought, automatically. Breath is an amazing tool because although it functions involuntarily to keep you well and alive throughout every moment of the day, taking a conscious, voluntary breath brings you back into now, present moment. Let's breathe in. Breathe out. Slow and steady. Smooth it all out. Can you lengthen the breath? Can you deepen the breath? Can you soften any rough edges? Maybe you find yourself sinking deeper. Deeper into stillness, into nothingness, into the void, the abyss, where nothing and everything exists, all in tandem. You were simply just being, being, breathing, observing, softening, receiving, relaxing, still. Quiet. Maybe you notice the quality of your breath. When you began this meditation, maybe you notice feelings, quietness of the mind, wholeness of your body. From when you began this meditation, you are more than welcome to continue floating in this space for as long as you like. No rush. We continue to rest, to release. That calls to you. Only when you are ready. And wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Take a nice long stretch. And maybe show yourself some love. This time you allowed yourself to be tended to, be nourished, to just be. Taking one deep breath and allowing your normal breathing patterns to continue, or gently opening your eyes when you're ready. Hmm. Well, today's Goddess Guidance is by the Goddess Sige, and our message is one of quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. And the collective message is that sometimes we feel guilty, we judge ourselves, we deprecate ourselves, we push ourselves to be performative, to do, to produce, to create, to act, just to do something, right? To be productive, right? We're only here for a limited amount of time, and we want to use our time wisely. But using our time wisely requires a deep sense of understanding your own cyclical rhythms and what feels replenishing for you and what also feels fulfilling for you in that moment. And yes, there will be times where we are active and producing and doing things and creating, but we also must remember to balance that with moments of quiet, of stillness, of rest. One way that just came to mind as an example is when my son was younger, um, and I was working in a hair salon 6 days a week. You know, a hair salon is very young type of environment. At least the one I was in, there's a lot of dooch, 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 dooch music all the time, and knocking out haircuts. Every 30 minutes, 45 minutes, color, all this sort of stuff. Just very active environment. And then come home and cook and try to clean and homework. Like I said, when my son was younger, and sometimes those moments were literally just sitting in the bathroom. um, be in the bathroom 45 minutes, a whole hour. And it wasn't that I was necessarily doing anything, crazy. I just wanted some quiet, some stillness. You may notice that you do that when you just sit in the car for a moment before you go into work, or, go into your home or someone else's home, or just any environment. So if you can consciously take time out, regardless of how that looks like, whether it's in the bathroom, whether it's in the car, whether it's walking through the corridors, the hallways, just being in the elevator for a minute, wherever you could find those moments of stillness, just take a deep breath when you're in that space, and you'll find that even those few seconds can help you to reground, to refocus, to come back to self, and replenish some of the energy that you have expended or shared throughout the day, and allow you to stay in the flow, but also in your conscious power and how you respond to that which is outside of yourself and outside of your control, so that you can still feel more centered, more grounded, more present, um, and nourish yourself from within. So that's how you stay a resource, because, just sometimes you got to just do it for yourself. So hope you enjoy that message.